So thank you all for coming. I wasn't sure how many people would turn up, but I think this is a worthwhile thing to do. So my name's Chris Jones, the owner of Jones&Co letting agency, and the whole point of today is to get to know you. So I can talk about some facts, figures and all this good stuff about legislation, but also the main point for me is to get to know you. So I'll just talk about the agenda. We'll be here about half an hour talking, and then jump in, ask any questions as you need to. We've got some questions at the end, and then we'll either mingle or kind of leave the day. But does that sound okay? Yeah, good. Anyone been to a property meeting before? Anyone done this sort of stuff before? No? Anyone here the first time in a property meeting? Good. Excellent. I host a meeting in Norwich once a month, and that's pretty much how you start every meeting. You ask people, so well done for playing along. So today's agenda, we want to get to know you. That's the point of being here. That's my main objective, is to get to know who you are. Talk to you about me, our business and the team. And then we're going to go through 4 graphs that impact landlords. So as we're landlords, there are macroeconomic stuff that impact us. So regulations, so what does regulations require us to do today? And there's some changes that are coming and how to be ready for those changes that I'll talk to you about. So how we look after you and your tenants. So that's just again about what we do as a business. Questions and then some networking. So I was moved to Norwich in 2015 with my parents. I went to GCSEs and did Notre Dame High School, then left university, then studied as a SEMA qualified accountant and was an accountant for 20 years. So in the corporate career. I've been a homeowner since 1999. So mum and dad said, get on the housing ladder, 'cause that's a good thing to do. So I pretty much obeyed them and then bought a house. It was quite straightforward because at the time you had 100% mortgages. So you just pretty much had to have a job and you get all the money from the bank. So that was quite easy to do, but an important decision, I think, for me to do. Landlord since 2005. Found property networking, so this is a sort of thing that I do quite regularly, but about 10 years ago I found out there are rooms in Norwich and in the country you can turn up and talk about property to people who also want to talk to you about property. So that's the sort of thing I quite enjoy doing. So I became a letting agent in 2014 and became self-employed in 2018. So it took me 4 years to quit my full-time job as an accountant and become self-employed in 2018. So Joe and I started a business when our son Henry was 0. So Joe has visions of you did a viewing pretty much with Henry in a pram, I think. So that's kind of how we started, with 1 house, then 2 houses, etc. And that's the journey we've been on. So I host that property meeting now in Norwich, and I've been host since 2019. That's something I enjoy doing. So this type of thing. This is a bit about what I like doing, or used to like doing, before being self-employed, because the choices that I make now tend to be revolved around the business. But in the past, Joe and I have done sailing trips, sailing courses. So apparently we can sail a yacht, but I wouldn't trust us with that at all. Done triathlon events with this chap in the corner. Adam and I have cycled in Mallorca, and that's one of the roads that you can cycle if you're inclined to or enjoy cycling, and I have enjoyed skiing in the past. Some cycling things that we've done. So a brief history about Jones&Co, and it's pretty brief, so I think we're still quite a young business. We're not 10 years old yet. We started our journey in 2014, so I stood up in a property meeting like this and said, I can manage your house for you. The truth is, at that point, I probably couldn't do it very well, but a landlord said, yes, okay, here's my house, and we took on our first house in 2014, and we have that landlord today. So she's a friend, she still has the same house, and we talk about property-related stuff on a semi-regular basis. So now we manage 251 houses in Norfolk. That's as at Saturday. So I think we've done okay in terms of the growth. We've got a team of 6 in Norwich. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 of us are here. 1 person's missing. So our newest recruit couldn't make it today. So you're seeing a lot of the Norwich team here today. So please feel free to chat to any of them. Literally. She had plans. We also are supported, the Norwich team are supported by 6 assistants in the Philippines. So we think this is a particular strength of our business, that we have assistants in the Philippines to help us with all the administration that goes along with managing property. As you'd expect from an agent, we have lots of strong relationship with contractors, some electricians, gas engineers, maintenance, general maintenance carpenters, etc. I think that's one of the benefits of having an agent is the speed and access to some great contractors. So we're all insured, all have got their qualifications, and we know, like, and trust them, and we can get hold of them pretty quickly. We've got all the compliance elements you'd expect, so client money protection. We're part of the National Landlord Association, the Property Ombudsman Redress Scheme, and the Professional Indemnity Insurance.